I'm Father Dom, and this is What I Think. Today I want to talk about going to funerals. As a priest, I go to a lot of funerals and a lot of wakes, as can be expected. It's one of the very priestly things that we do, but going and praying for the dead. It's a corporal work of mercy, and also it's a sacramental ritual, not a sacrament. Funeral mass is not a sacrament, but it's definitely a sacramental ritual because it involves praying for the dead, a corporal work of mercy. But even before I was a priest, I went to a lot of funerals and a lot of wakes. And I went to a lot of them because both of my heritages that I come from, I'm half Italian, half Garlic, or as I like to tell people, half Gaelic, half Garlic. It's not my own invention. I saw that on a t-shirt once and really liked it. But both the Italians and the Irish are known for going to wakes and funerals a lot. Even if you didn't really know the person who died, if you knew someone related to them, you still went out of kind of a respect and a love of the person, and as well as, I think it all began out of the religious reasons of us praying for the dead and helping to bury the dead. And so I bring this up because now that I'm a priest, as well as being older than when I was a kid and my parents are dragging me to all of these wakes and funerals of mostly people I've never met before in my life, or maybe I met them when I was a really young child or even a baby. Now that I go as a priest, I hardly see anybody at wakes or funerals. And so this bothers me because I know in my own life how much I've appreciated my friends coming to the wakes and funerals of my own family members, but also I see how much it means to people who I counsel and minister to as their parish priest. I can't tell you how many times people tell me, how glad they were to see so many old friends, so many very distant relatives that came out for a particular funeral or wake. It really means a lot to people. Something that we see more of now, especially in the parish setting, are Saturday funerals. So it's becoming kind of a thing of the past to where within a few days after the person dies, you celebrate their funeral mass. Now that a lot more people are being cremated, you're even seeing their cremains showing up at mass months after they died on a Saturday where people can fly in. And this is for the most part fine because you want people to be there, but also that brings up, and that's something we can talk about later, what Father Dom thinks about cremation. But even on those Saturday funerals that we do with cremated remains, with the body that's been cremated, still not many people come. And they're choosing to do them on Saturdays so that more people will come. I just really want to just make a pledge here for especially younger people and even older, and anyone of any age that isn't going to funerals. Go to the funeral. Show up. Go to the wake or the funeral, preferably both if you can, certainly one or the other. It means so much to the person who's mourning the loss of their loved one, whether they're immediately connected to the person who died as like an immediate family member, or whether they're like a more distant relative, but they may have been close to that person. Go for them. It takes like 30 minutes to walk in, say a prayer at the casket for the deceased person, and then to go and show your love and support of your friend or family member who's lost somebody. It doesn't cost you anything. It's totally free, and it means so much to the person that you're going to support. And it's a spiritual corporal work of mercy to pray for the dead, to help bury the dead. That's something that Jesus is asking us to do, and so that's my plea here. Go to the wake, go to the funeral. If you can take off work, or if you can fix your schedule to show up for the funeral mass, go and be part of the funeral mass. Go to the cemetery. Definitely go to the wake if you can at the funeral home the night before. It's a great thing to do for the person who's lost that loved one. It helps them mourn this loss. It helps them to feel loved and supported. It's just a great thing to do. And so that's my plea here and what I think about funerals and wakes. Go. Just go.